to my channel, and today I'm going to be discussing the basic care for a arrowhead plant, or also known as a African evergreen. And this is a beautiful, gorgeous plant to include into your home. It has this arrow shaped like leaves, or also a spade shaped leaves, which is why it is named an arrowhead plant, or either an arrowhead vine plant. So this particular plant, I got it from my local greenery. At the time that I purchased this plant, it was dry. It had a lot of brown leaves, a lot of wilted leaves, a lot of pale leaves, because the plant was basically dying. It had little to no soil in it. So before I decided to purchase it, I first lifted it up to make sure that it had a good root system and it was going to be able to survive. So it did. So I ended up bringing it on home, and what I did was I added more soil to the pot. I didn't want to repot it because I didn't want to shock the plant coming from the local greenery and then coming to my home. So I did not want to repot it. I got this plant during the summertime, so what I did was I ended up cutting off all of the dead leaves, and I put it outside. I watered it thoroughly, and I put it outside for about a week or two during the summertime. And then I brought it back inside so it can get accustomed to being a house plant. So this is how it looks now, and it's very gorgeous. I'm glad that I got it, brought it home, and it survived. So I'm going to talk about the basic care of this plant, and hopefully that'll help someone out who has the arrowhead plant at their home. So this plant comes in different variations. It could come with a pink and green, or it could come white and green. I think mine's is maybe a pink and green, but it doesn't have a whole lot of pink variation in the leaves of the plant. But I don't see any white to it, so I'm assuming it's not a white and green one. But this particular plant, like I said before, it seems to be thriving. I have a lot of new growth coming in. If you can see it, I have a lot of new growth in the plant, and I have some new growth here. So it seems to be thriving and doing very well. Light. This plant thrives in medium to low light. So when I had this plant outside during the summertime for that week or two period, I had it on my patio deck where it was getting some sunlight, but I had it where it was shaded, so it didn't get any direct sunlight, because it will burn the leaves and it will turn the leaves dark brown. So I think that was one of the issues that I had with this plant when I first got it from the local nursery, is that it was outside in the sun, it wasn't getting any water, and it had hardly no soil in it to actually give the roots any nutrition. So yeah. So now to go over water. This particular plant likes to be thoroughly watered whenever it is time to water it. And how you know it's time to water this particular plant is if the top 1.5 to 1 inch of soil is dry. And you can use, as I said before, you can use a bamboo stick, which I have one in here, and it's not dry, so it's not time to water this plant. You can use your finger and put it in the soil 1 inch to, a 1/2 inch to 1 inch into the soil. And if it's dry, then it's time to water it. Or you can use your moisture meter and just put the moisture meter into the soil, and then it will register at that point whether it not is needs some water. And right now it shows that mine is moist, but of course I'm holding it, so it shows that it's moist. It's not yet dry, but it's getting there. So it's not time or yet time for me to water it. So I will wait maybe another week or two and then test the soil and see if it needs to be watered. And I normally water my plants from the bottom. I bottom water it. I do not top water it unless I'm not able to bottom water it. And then how you know that this particular plant has too much water is it that the leaves will wilt, or either it will turn a brown color, which lets you know that it has too much water or it's been overwatered. And this plant is susceptible to root rot, and it will die if it's overwatered and it becomes root rotten. Temperature. This plant can thrive in temperatures of 65 to 75 degrees. So basically, if your house is comfortable to you, then it's also comfortable to your arrowhead plant. And as far as pruning is concerned, because this is a vine plant, a vining philodendron plant, so you can either hang this plant in a hanging basket and just let it flow and let the leaves vine and do as it will, or you can prune it and just cut it until it maintains its shape and not actually vine. So you have two options as far as pruning is concerned with this particular plant. And then pest. This plant is attracts mealybugs and spider mites. And again, the way to treat this plant, if it does get mealybugs or spider mites, is to use a insecticidal soap, either store-bought, or either you can do a homemade one, or you can use needle oil and treat the leaves at that point. And then this arrowhead plant is toxic. It is poisonous. So please keep it out of reach of kids if you have young kids in the home, and keep it out of reach of pets. So hopefully that helped you with the basic care of this here arrowhead plant. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. If you have any suggestions, please also leave that comment below. Please like, share, and follow, subscribe to my video. Thank you and have a nice day.